Welcome to the old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Palmer.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Raiola. Pocket starts to collapse. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on it.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Heavy heat, and they block it. He's taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they break the seal on the scoring.
What a big-time play by the punt block team. Great job rushing the punter, understanding where he's trying to kick the football, getting your hand on it, and then how about the scoop and score and do the rest. Big-time special teams play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. As if it weren't a big enough play just to block the punt, they scooped it up, put it in the house, and man, oh man, did they give their team some energy. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you could have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. He hopes this one turns out a little better. Had the other one blocked. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Back to pass, it's Howard. And the ball is picked off.
Holding. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. From the gun, running back gets to give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
And first down for the offense.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
7, Nebraska.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
That makes the score Ohio State 7, Nebraska 3.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. On the move at the 30. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Howard. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for a crease. It's Irvin. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. When you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Fighting off the defender. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Raiola. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Huskers send out the punt unit. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Judkins. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line, it's Judkins. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Trying to barge in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
On second and goal, they go right back to it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Huskers will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Option look, it's Howard. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now on second down. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Finds his man down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Back to throw, it's Howard. Looking for a huge play. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. It's a draw. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off play action. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try to run for it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get caught.
So at this point, I expected them to go for it here. Instead, here comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good.
That makes the score Ohio State 17, Nebraska 6.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Wide out in motion. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's knocked away. An incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to fire on second down. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Henderson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Ohio State 20, Nebraska 6.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Working the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
It's third down and goal.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Raiola coming after him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?